Hello, what's up there, guys? It's your boy, Son of Beast, and welcome back to another reaction video of the Odd is Out. Excuse me. As for right now, this is the next part that I'm about to be doing for the next part of the video. The last time I did was I was listening to one of the musics, and I was reacting to a pitch show, which is a helpful information. So what I did is I checked it out. And I know he has got some medias here on the board, so if you guys would like to check out his media, go ahead. Go to the channel, and the links will be in the description down here. So, yeah, you can give it that one here to Odd is Out. He's fantastic, though. He's amazing. Believe me. So the next one I'm about to be doing is, this is the part that I want to do to get right into the next one. This one is called The Internet That Has Changed Me. Now, I know that you guys have some internet connections, but all in that case of this mind, when I go to the internet, I usually search everything up. When I take from Paint to create an object character design to the internet, keep on going and going again, I can definitely try to make that one work. But in that case, it has to be helpful because that needs to make sure it has a lot of storage to maintain it from the OneDrive. So I'm trying to watch out with that. So it's going to be too much to put it in. I'm also trying to see what else I got in a section here. It's not really that bad, actually. I mean, but do I ever think about it in mind? I mean, I would like to handle it. So at that being moment, let's find out what it is. Internet that changed me. It's going to start right now. So let's go ahead and find out. Let me get secured headphones here. All right. That should be ready. And let's go. This one will be take shorts to that point. So let's go.
May I have your attention, please? Your attention. Please. May I have some? Please. What if I put up gameplay of Subway Surfer and used a robot voice? Would that keep you stimulated? Wikipedia says that people born between the year 1981 and 1996 are part of a group called millennials.
Millennials. I don't know anything about the millennial ones because I never seen anything like that. Because that used to be like a old Surface to go with the Internet Explorer to go with the millennials. And I never seen anything like this. I don't know if it's still happening for this computer because everything is changing it very differently. And it's making the future go big. Well, in that exact case, I mean, I am not sure if this will ever work like that. But something I have to tell you is one of the Microsofts, they're becoming old and now they're starting to become new in the future now. I'm hoping that this one should be all right, but I'm not really positively sure if this will ever change like that again from Windows 10 to 11. But in that case, there might be more of them on its way. So, well, I guess you have the fact.
And I am a 96 baby. Hello, Year of the Rat. What's up?
Oh, that's what you were born in? I mean, get out of here.
I'm cusping on that millennial Gen Z line, so I can relate to all you Gen Zers, okay? I know what cap means, I know what drip means, and I also don't remember where I was when 9/11 happened. However, Gen Z, there is a difference between us. We're both a generation that grew up on the internet. But you grew up with the internet. We grew up with the internet.
You got with internet, so that has to be one of them. So if you want internet, you gotta have that one here. Multiple connections are everything. But except that, it's very that hard to try to stay in one task. So no matter if the internet crashes, you'll want that to happen.
The internet didn't used to always look like this. It has metamorphosized a multitude of times. Now, if you talk to an older millennial, they'll tell you the horror stories of the late 90s internet.
I hate the old stories of a horror, so I don't want that to happen.
How the internet used to be paired with your home's landline, and if you don't know what a landline is, good. If you want...
Yeah, I don't know the landlines. I mean, whatever you say, whatever you go to. Or actually, I could definitely rephrase that as a landline, like you're on a different search of a globe around the world.
wanted to surf the net at blazing speeds of 7 kilobytes a second, then you couldn't use your telephone at the same time. This was before texting even existed, so if you needed to talk to someone, you had to call them and look up their phone number in that 20-pound weapon known as a phone book, and then if someone else was using the internet, they'd get the pleasure of listening to...
Okay, that is a weird sound, and I don't know what to say about that because it really felt like, oh my God, please make it stop right now. Well, yeah, I have no other idea what to say about what is up with the sound. And especially that case, when the phone goes off, I mean, I can't believe why is that beep sound so long. However this is. Can't think of it much.
Although, if I had to make a sound that represented the entire internet, it would sound exactly like this. I didn't
Yeah, that's pretty weird, is it?
grow up with dial-up, but I did grow up in a time where the internet looked completely different. By the time I was exploring the interwebs, we got speeds up to 1 megabyte per second.
1 megabyte per second. I mean, if there is more, what else do they feel? Maybe they should have a little speed background data to go with that one with the megabyte speed. Like, instead of your old scooter, you go faster, like it's a Ferrari. Well, not my choice.
So the highest quality video you could stream on YouTube was in 240p, or this big. And it would still buffer a lot.
Yeah, I hate when this one goes with that. So I don't think I would not attempt to go with the 240 because pixels becoming a little bit dated out of it. So I used the 720 or 1080 frames to put that one pixelated in between. So that helps me getting this over this. Why is that a girl thing on here with the odd videos? Seriously, dude. You can't just make it feel like you're very bad at it.
Gen Z, you weren't there when YouTube had a 5-star scoring system and the subscribe button was yellow and people would put these things all over their videos. You weren't there when the videos were in a 4:3 aspect ratio because that's what TVs look like.
Yeah, that I actually did right now. So I did watch the videos by the time I was a little kid looking up Monster Jam. And it's pretty cool, actually. I just really thinking I love trucks. Like, they always go with the amazing style. Like, it's me on a driver's side. I play on the trucks. Like on the Wii, I try to smash the trucks out of here. Like that.
One spectacle point has a boost.
Well, I won't take the risk of driving it.
You weren't there when a background for a website would be a never-ending grid of a JPEG and music would play against your will and your cursor would turn into a sparkly wand and... Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but I would have preferred, like, it's a magic wand. Like you make them disappear and also, or actually froze them. Like you make it spooling, however.
Whatever happened to that? And then the person who built the website would go, it's looking pretty good, but you know what this web page really needs? A counter that'll tell you the total number of people who visited. Let me just copy this HTML code I found online, and if you're around my age and you also had unsupervised computer time, then great, you were also there to experience the pre-puberty years of the internet. Try to imagine the internet without social media.
Why? Why do you have to do that one without social media? Is that a thing?
No Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or MySpace.
MySpace, I don't think that's not still there. But I still use Instagram and Twitter, that's it. Facebook, I don't use that.
Were people back then just not talking about themselves or sharing their opinions online? Were we as a society more connected with the people we knew in the real world? No, of course not. People have been sharing their opinions online since day one. They were just doing it on random message boards.
Of course they say that. Why does me hate the rocks on a computer screen? This really doesn't make any sense. Like when you're cave mining it already. And you never know what the world is coming to look like. When the world changes, you know, it's all what happens. Yeah, you know, everything.
I know it sounds trivial nowadays, but there was once a novelty in being able to type anything you wanted into the computer and then someone else you didn't know would instantaneously respond.
This is really a nasty comment right now. I hate when you put that up.
Even Neopets, a game targeted to children, had chat rooms and let anyone send unfiltered messages to children. I'm surprised I didn't meet any weirdos. That's one thing that'll never change with the internet. There will always be weirdos online.
Weirdos. Every time there were weirdos and there are people stupid enough, they were doing that all the time. Look, I mean to say this, but this is what I always do. Sometimes you can't even try to mess with anybody else, who's here online. Try to think about your information. Always say, hey, where do you live from? What town do you live in? And I say, Greenville. Oh, Greenville, are you able to contact your phone numbers? And I say, no. So guys are really that stupid, and I know this has really happened. This happened the most time. When I was playing Call of Duty Warzone online, on the TV, I heard somebody saying, but I'm not going to ask you with the full information but this time. So that's bad manners. You don't want to make that one hack. And that being said, don't stalk. No stalking on CS. Okay, back to that.
In fact, most of a weirdo's life is spent behind a computer. I would know. I think people loved sending messages so much that sometimes your friend would send you a message that said, "You've just been hit by the duck truck. Send this message to 8 of your friends and you'll be as sexy as a truck."
Oh, sexy as a truck. Oh, I would understand that, but not your cringy face. That's kind of creepy.
Ignore and you'll be hit by a 16-wheeler.
I don't want to do that.
You have 7 days.
Oh no, please stop doing this to me. I will never get stalked at it every time because I know it doesn't happen like that. Please, don't get me stalked out. Don't let me go enforcement to the internet jail, please.
And instead of blocking that person, some people would keep the chain going. Hey, I have a quick question. When was the last time you ever had to type a specific website into your address bar? Probably somewhere about 10 years, give or take. You just type in a Y, and then YouTube pops up. You put in a T, you get Twitter, and P gets you picturesofalligators.com.
Picturealligators.com. Especially you don't want to see that pop porn or something like that. Even I couldn't stand Stone Yoshi being laughed by this stupid little Peppa Pig watching that pork. And I never really liked that at all. But it made me funny when all she said was F like that. I can't really think about it more. Boom. See ya. You know that. I'll go with kaboom!
And if you had a specific question you wanted to ask the internet, you just Yahoo it, right? Yahoo? Oh, no, that's not the one you kids are using. You kids are using that new search engine, right? Ask Jeeves? I know there's 4 main websites that everyone goes on, but back then, instead of having a social media account, people made their own websites.
They made their own websites. I mean, something I usually called it was making a website, and it's Wix.com. Yeah, it's easier to use it on the internet surface when this one does turn out. So I really felt like, hey, why not? I never really had done it one here before. So how amazing is that? You can use the Wix.com to just make that website more interesting. At least if you get to 1,000 subscribers, then you would be happy enough to make the monetizing feel like you're accomplished. But this is a long way to go. But I have a good feeling because I almost got 500 subscribers. So that might be my next goal before it hits the end of the year in 2023 before 24. So, oh yeah, here we go, baby. Please keep subscribing. You all like my reaction videos, and I'm thinking the deals will happen again. Plus, the skits will return soon.
So there were a bunch of different websites for you to explore, and to help you find those websites, you had a few search engines to pick from. Everyone loves to dunk on Bing for even attempting to be a search engine.
Yeah, of course, but Bing. I mean, I don't really do Bing that much. I always work with Google. It's better, but not the Chrome search.
But back in the day, Google had some competition. Obviously, I can see why Google ultimately won the search engine battle. Google is a great company, and I would recommend Google to all my peers and coworkers. I love Google.
Yeah, me too. Google's favorite. It's the search thing. Yay, we could definitely do some little internet search, and for me and Test Tube, we'll be great together. Hooray! Whatever this is all about, I never seen anything like this. So it comes out any words. When the website is that important, I can say Google is helpful enough. But I hate when they bring me into Microsoft Bing. It doesn't make sense. It's supposed to be like Google. Have I not updated this?
No.
As much as I love the internet, some of the best memories we had on the computer weren't even on the internet, were they? Sometimes the internet would just go down. But did that stop us? Did we go outside?
Then you don't want to do this. Oh well.
No. We were still able to supply ourselves with hours of entertainment even without an internet.
Even without the internet, what would happen with that? You know, you're going to get offline disconnected. I mean, it's not going to able to ask you with the information question. I mean, I don't like this. Windows XP, that's for the first computer. I definitely used it before. I know that one.
All you had to do was click Start, All Programs, Accessories, Games, and then...
I never just clicked on that one before. Like, it's games. And I never seen anything. Like, when Gav didn't realize that it was a pinball, that it was on here with a 3D pinball for the Windows that was on here. And then when he created that one in a slow-mo, he really did have it all. P.S. I had a high score on that one here, so hooray, that was the best. But in that case, I know that pinball is definitely a place to be where computers help with the technology system. Maybe it will be coming along together.
Space Cadet Pinball. I guarantee every millennial watching this right now just got hit with a big wave of nostalgia.
Oh man, so I'm nostalgia. Make me play it.
This game might seem simple because there's only 2 buttons that you can press, but when you really got into it, this game had a whole lot more going on. Trust me, Space Cadet Pinball was all we had sometimes, and I cherished every second of it. But if you were anything like me growing up, you were also practicing your art skills.
Art skills, definitely true. I know that one. But I'm still making sketch designs, so if you go back to the last video for a pitch show of the reaction, plus the original video, click up there and a calling card info on your right. So that will be the next thing that you will have to do, is to make that sketch design, even if you're a childhood back then. I know. Sound crazy, isn't it?
And luckily, every computer came pre-installed with a top-of-the-line painting software that every artist needs. Yeah, this program's got everything.
Yeah, that's a paint. I know that Odd is out. But I could definitely say Marshmallow to create, like it's you. But maybe that might be a good thing. I could definitely try making that as myself, as me, the son of Beast. You know, that's what I definitely do for the best thing. Especially a new Unleashed Raptor Unleashed that rips it up an entire part of the body of the color. But I like my sketch design. It's pretty cool. I love that when I do this. Unleash myself as a BFDI contestant.
There's a line tool, and a bucket tool, and a circle tool.
Oh my gosh. I know that's Sonic already, but you know what? I'm gonna walk away. Okay, I'm back.
And sometimes when I was really bored, I would make a black rectangle, scribble the freeform selection tool on it, and then blammo! Yeah, I still got it.
Yeah, you're still getting no use of it with the skills there, James.
I just made a masterpiece. And, fun James bonus tip, for some extra self-induced epilepsy, hold down Control-I, which will invert the colors, so your masterpiece will go, oh my god, oh it hurts to look at!
That's kind of flashy anyway, so I don't want to make that one too bad.
Hey, looks like you're trying to create a conclusion to this YouTube video. Would you like my help?
No, Clippy. Even when you were around, I never used you.
I would have expect Clippy would have been in here for the BFDI. I would have asked, like, in between of Jack and Jelly or Webs for Revs. I would have asked that. So, to make that daily go in. So, the paper clip, I mean, I want that. So, I like it that way. So, that would be pretty interesting. Like, I saw on my computer to make that document edit.
I just liked having you there to keep me company. The internet is still a relatively new invention that is ever changing the way we live. And we have yet to see the full effects of what being connected since birth does to a person. The fact that the accumulation of all human knowledge can now fit in your pocket, that's going to affect your day-to-day life. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you to get off the internet, touch grass, and live your life to the fullest. Otherwise, I'd be a hypocrite.
Yeah, you always wanted to be the hypocrite, so I would never do that anyway. So, yeah, lame off, shame off. So, yeah, that's why I definitely wanted to stay off the internet for as long, especially with the BSOD. It screws me up with the blue screen of death.
And unemployed. There's no denying all the positive things that the internet has to offer. But I'm also not going to deny all the negative things that come with instant gratification too. As technology advances, so too do we advance the amount of time we spend online. The internet can connect us to a million different people and perspectives that we never would have been exposed to before. But it can also expose us to some really nasty people and perspectives.
Yeah, because they're stupid, I don't know what is.
And the only thing we can do about those people is shrug and say, sorry, that's the internet.
Well, that's your fault.
So, are we as a society better off with the internet? I think so. But I don't know, just remember to drink water and stretch. All right, that's the lesson of this video. Go stretch. I'm serious, right now, go touch your toes. Thank you all so much for watching this video about the internet and how it's changed. One thing that hasn't changed is how amazing my team is. Please everyone give them a big round of applause. They did an amazing job. I don't have too many updates to update you on. There's some new Black Friday deals going on in the merch store, so check that out.
Oh shoot, I don't know if I can able to see this, like Theodd1sout.com with the merchandise, but I would have bet, I don't know if it will be sold out, so I may not be able to buy it, but I will be able to gladly watch the Oddballs. So yes, go ahead and watch the Oddballs on the Netflix. So if you guys would like to see one, I have the link down here for the description. That will take you right to Netflix, and you'll be in it. Alright, so that's it, right?
And to my LA viewers, if you're still watching, the Scribble Showdown show is doing an 18+ event in LA this January, so feel free to check that out if you're over 18.
I mean, not for me, of course. Maybe it'll be next year for the Scribble Showdown in 2024, but I don't know where.
Anyway, that's all for me. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe and wear your seatbelt.
Yes, and I'll wear anything that is definitely yours. So, yeah, VidCon was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and I had an amazing time with you, James, for the Odd Is Out. I know it was exciting. I definitely do agree. It's amazing. Believe me. Alright, folks, thank you all for watching for this part of my reaction of the internet has changed for me. So, there'll be more on its way soon, so I will try to keep it up for you guys. And I saw that Infamous Swoosh has posted the uploaded video. I just don't know why. But in that case, you can get the feeling with that one anyway. And Haminations, I will try to react to that one. I mean, how amazed would I do? Maybe that will be good enough for me to do for anything. Alright, peoples. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and follow me on my social medias. I definitely do have the links here on my About page. So yeah, that's why I definitely had to see that on a TV screen. But, you know what I meant. I hope everybody's enjoying your time and before Halloween is on its way. You know, it's gonna definitely be like more scarier than ever. I'll be doing a video here for the Six Flags Fright Fest to get back into the Fright Night And it will be a lot that's scary, so I will be able to dare to enter the scary maze. So yeah, I never did that before, but I know it's the same thing just like the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal and from Hollywood and Florida. But in that case, I may find out, what should I do with? Maybe I can definitely try to give that one a go. Well, in that case, I hope everybody's enjoying, and thank you all so much for watching. This is Chris from Son of Beast. I hope you appreciate, and it's been a great day with you, having with me. See you all next time for a while as the internet has changed on a Odd Is Out channel dial. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye, guys.
If you don't, somebody will.